So here we go again, another wolf in sheep clothing being protected by the same agencies that are supposed to put him away. Like I always say, you must go to war for your kids because they don't give a fuck until they have to give a fuck. They don't do anything and they'll actively take the parents out of the children's life for defending them from predators. That's why so many of them get killed, beaten, extorted in prison. And it's a statistic that no one wants to admit, but 1 in 4 inmates in their life were sexually abused by one of these predators. So it is what it is. So let's get into this. This is one of the worst situations I've heard in a long time. So a father of a 14-year-old girl named Aaron Spencer, just about 2 weeks ago, had a man arrested for stalking and raping his 14-year-old girl. He stalked her on the internet. He was locked up in jail. Well, guess what? This man was not only a Indiana resource officer, not only did he work in a jail where he ignored over 70 claims of sexual abuse on female inmates, he was a head sheriff of Indiana. And this shit didn't even make the news until it had to. It's like I always say, go to war for your kids. Most people won't. Agencies won't. They'll fail them every time. They literally will say, we don't care that this person's a stalker, a predator. We can't do anything unless someone's really hurt. Then we might be able to keep them in jail, maybe. And if they're one of our own, well, we're definitely not going to be that bad on them. But if you hurt them, we'll take you out of your kid's home and we will lock you up for the rest of your life. And you wonder why we maim these pieces of shits in prison. So you would think he would have no bail, or if he did get out, he'd have a monitor, he'd have to report. Oh no, he gets out, posts his bond. Guess what? The father, Mr. Spencer, goes upstairs one morning, October 11th, finds his daughter is not there. Now, think about it. He had no idea that this man posted bond, and he finds out from a neighbor that his daughter was seen in the 67-year-old predator's car. Now, two things would go through any man's head, any mother's head. Oh, he's either gonna do the worst of the worst to my daughter, or her being already assaulted by this piece of shit is gonna kill her after he gets whatever sick demonic pleasures he wants, as she is the only witness that could put him away. So what does he do? As any good father would do, lock and load. Hey, we saw your daughter with Fossler, Michael Fossler. This piece of shit predator is with your daughter right now. Lock and load, let's go. He calls 911, but what do you want him to do? Wait? Oh yeah, that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to wait until something horrific happens to your kid and then react and say, oh, we tried. Fuck that. Spencer did what any father, any mother would do. He found where his daughter was after calling the police. The only thing, they didn't get there fast enough. He immediately opens fire on his daughter's kidnapper, a 67-year-old creep pedophile who already threatened, stalked, and raped the girl in question. And you want him to stand by? Yeah, all right. He stood by and let off some rounds, ultimately murdering and killing and protecting and saving his daughter's life. So what did the police do? Oh, they arrest him and take him to jail for murder. And he has to post a more expensive bond than the predator did for attacking, raping, and assaulting and stalking his kid. And the sheriff goes out there of the town. I don't support predators. No, you do. Because for one, this dude is on your team, convicted of crimes, was fired as a deputy of a jail for letting women get raped and all types of sick shit. And he was a resource officer. And he posts his bond. He's out in 2 weeks and still has a little girl in his car, the same one that he victimized just 2 weeks earlier. And no one wanted to tell the dad, or you said to tell the dad to wait. That's what's wrong with this world. I've seen it too many times. That's why in prison, I don't care anything, gangs, politics, race, religion. We come together and we will slash, kill, maim, impale these predators. Because if we don't do it, who will? Oh, that's right, the father, the mother who has to protect their kids. Motherfuckers are tired of it. There's rules and regulations, even in the underworld. And I've seen it a million times where You'll have a shot caller say, look, I'll clear everybody's drug debt today if you go after this predator. Some dudes have been through it and they know what the fuck this motherfucker's about. Or some people just have the dignity to know that you do not do this. And the fact I can put my hands on you with the help from corrections officers, there's nothing to talk about here. But it always happens like this. It takes a situation where no one gives a fuck until they have to give a fuck. And then you see the reaction. It takes a father having to kill the predator. It takes a predator to try to kidnap and kill the only witness and victim that he already hurt. For anybody to do anything, man, that man should have never been out. And then the father's arrested and has a higher bond than the predator. Protect your kids. Listen to your kids. These agencies won't do anything. The victims units won't do anything. Shit, sometimes your own co-parent won't do anything. Listen to your kid. Fight for your kid. Go to war for your kid. And any man or any woman that tries to harm them, protect your kids at all costs. Never put your trust in anything but yourself and your kid. Stay out. Stay free. Us.